Hey guys, welcome to Travis School Studios. It's Friday Wolf. We're back with another Friday deck list. Of course, Tarkir's Dragon Storm is coming out. So I've been looking over the cards. Of course, everybody's gonna be building dragons. So I decided to build a kind of just like oops all the dragons out of your deck card. So yeah, I don't know how it plays. I kind of just threw this together because I've been like wanting to do it. And there's many ways to do it. There's like one infinite combo in the deck, stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and get into it, guys. I just got to ask if you enjoy my content to please like and subscribe for more stuff in the future. And tell me what you think about the deck, what you would change about it. This is a very creature-heavy deck. So yeah, here we go. Going into it, the commander's going to be Uranai of the Unwritten, who is going to be one of the commanders for like the Tamir commander deck. Flying Trample, when it enters or attacks, looks at the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a dragon card from among them on the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So yeah, basically enters or attacks, like the top 8. Oops, there's a dragon. There you go. Pretty simple, cut and dry. Sarkin, Unbroken, draw a card, add 1 mana of any color, so you ramp sus. Makes a dragon token from -2, -8. Search your library for any number of dragon cards and put them on the battlefield. Pretty simple. Ugin Spirit Dragon. He's removal. He's a board wipe. And oh no, I oops 10 things from my deck. Pretty cut and dry, simple. He's here to oops out dragons. For our dragons, we have Ancient Copper Dragon. Pretty much gonna, on damage, get us some treasures, get us some more dragons. Astral Dragon is gonna make us copies of things that are our dragons. Tarka Worldrender will give our dragons double strike. Balefire Dragon is a one-side board wipe on combat damage. Bloomvine Regent is a Kadama's Retreat. No, Kadama's Reach, but only for forests. And we gain life gain off dragons entering. Broodcaller Scourge is going to let us basically oops out permanents off of dragon damage. Canby Gargantuan is going to make our dragons bigger. Deceptive Frostkite is going to enter as a copy of another dragon. Destructor Dragon on ETB is removal. Displacer Kitten is to flicker our dragons with ETB effects, including our commander. Dragon Broodmother is to basically we're going to be sacrificing treasures with Ancient Copper, some other stuff, to turn them into baby dragons that get bigger. Dragon's Lord Servant is just to cheapen our dragons. Dread Lindworm basically is going to give 1 dragon hexproof, most of our commander, and comes out later and can't be chump blocked. Emerald Dragon. Basically, will counter things that are not a creature source, like a Aether Flux, Reservoir, stuff like that. Goldlust Triad. Basically, it's going to be ramping us out. Goldspan Dragon is the same thing. Hammerhead Tyrant. It's like that other big blue card that when we cast a spell, bounce a thing, except this one's like nerfed for dragons. Though I'm sad it's not a dragon shark. Antat the Dreamer. Again, we'll get to oops out dragons, or at least exile them and cast them later. Kara, Swirling Sky. We get to bounce things, like we can bounce any of our opponent's tokens when it dies. And then if we can mill if we want. There's no point. Mostly it's just to bounce all the other opponent's tokens. Cloth is to ramp us out. Whoops. Corlessa will let us cast dragons from the top of our deck. Whoops. Dang it. Lazan, Dragon's Legacy will let us, when we cast a dragon, burn somebody equal to its mana cost. Magmatic Hellkite. When it enters, destroy target non-basic lands. We're going to be doing that. Miram, we're going to get token copies of our dragons. Old Gnawbone ramps us out on combat damage. Parapet Thrasher, mostly it's artifact removal. And we deal 4 damage each opponent. It's pretty good. Runescale Stormbrood is a counter spell. And when we do cast our non-dragon things, it gets bigger. Sarkin Soul of Flame will become copies of dragons, except he will be basically he will keep his name. So like, get him out early, cast our commander. Commander comes into play. Sarkin becomes a copy, but keeps the Sarkin name, so legendary rule doesn't apply. And then on attack, we get to oops out dragons. Savage Ventmaw is to ramp us out as well. Scion Draco, we want to oops out with our commander, and essentially we'll give all of our dragons different abilities. Scourge of Valkis, when it or another dragon enters battlefield, we get to burn things. Spark Double enters a copy of any of our dragons or planeswalkers, except the legendary rule won't apply. Tika's Dragon is mostly for the Rampage 4. But yeah, just to oops it out. Timber Battlecrier, basically it's going to cheapen our dragon spells. Thoughts of Deep Dwelling is our instep. We want to flicker one of our dragons that has an ETB effect. Thrakus the Butcher, on attack, doubles all our dragon's power. Thunderic Regent will punish our opponents for targeting our dragons. Thundermane Dragon, whoops. Basically we can cast dragons off the top part of our library. If we cast a creature spell, it'll gain haste. I don't know why my mouse is freaking out today. Transcendent Dragon. It's a counter spell. It's a dragon. Uranai, the Song Unending, is just to, on enter, burn our opponents. Oh no, it burns our opponent's creatures and planeswalkers, equal number of lands we control. Wormling Stormbrood, mostly is for the creature side, so we can give our dragons a Sorcery's Flash. World Gorger Dragon is to go with Miram for like Infinite Dragon enter the battlefield, ETBs, and we have Wrathful Red Dragon. But so with World Gorger Dragon, Miram, and Scourge of Valkis, essentially what's going to happen is we're just going to shoot our opponent for all the damage, infinite damage. The other thing is if we did World Gorger and Miram with our commander, we literally oops out all our dragons, which is the infinite combo. Going to our sorceries, we have Dragonclaw Strike, gives doubles power toughness of a creature, except it fights things, so this is removal. Raise the Palisade is a one-sided board wipe creature-wise, because we're going to choose dragons. Will of the Timber, we can do this to make a copy of a permanent, so it's a 4/4 dragon. Many spicy things we can do. And then target player can draw cards to the greatest mana value of permanents we control. We're not really going to be doing that. Deflecting Swat, protect our commander. Fierce Guardianship, counter target creature spell. Kloss Will is artifact and enchantment removal. For artifacts, we have Arcane Signet, of course, Commander Sphere. Conjurer's Closet for our instep, blink a thing. Dragonstorm Globe is dragons will enter battlefield with 1 more counter, and it's a good mana rock for dragons. Elixir of Mortality, if we get milled, stuff like that. Helm of the Host, make more copies of our dragons. Herald's Horn, card advantage, cheapen our dragons. Lightning Greaves, to protect our commander or other pieces. Soul Ring, and Urka's Incubator. For enchantments, we have a Breaching Dragonstorm. Basically, it's going to let us cascade for an 8 cost or less. Dragon Tempest, give our dragons haste. and it does Scourge of Valkus things. Outpost Siege. This on the battlefield with World Gorger Dragon and Miram will again infinite combo burn our opponents. Parallel Lives with Miram or the Star Dragon that makes copies of dragons, stuff like that. Also goes with Reflections of Littjara, so we're going to get copies of our dragons. For our lands, it's pretty expensive. Ancient Ziggurat, Bark Channel Pathway, Bountiful Landscape, Breeding Pool, Cavern of Souls, Command Tower, Crag Crown Pathway, Crucible of the Spirit Dragon, 5 Forest, Frontier Bivouac, Haven of the Spirit Dragon, 5 Islands, Catcher Atarium, Misty Rainforest for a fetch land, Mossy Valley, Mountains, Overflowing Basin, Plaza of Heroes is just a really good card. Prismatic Vista, Steam Vents, and Stomping Ground. But pretty simple stuff. And of course we are going to play test it. Here's our hands. We'll do Mountain. Oh, I forgot to draw for turn. Then next turn, Forest, Dragon Skull Servant. Next turn, Plaza of Heroes, tap, Lightning Greaves, tap, or equip. Next turn, Islands. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to be searching for 2 basic forests, put 1 on the battlefield tapped, other into our hands. View library, forest. Come on, it's got to be another forest in here somewhere. Here we go. Forest to our hand. Forest to our hand. Close and shuffle. And there's battlefield tapped. Next turn, play forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Cast Commander. For commanders not countered and enters the battlefield, look at the top 8 cards. We choose any dragon and put it onto the battlefield. Right? Yes. It's probably going to be Goldspan Dragon, to be honest. Never mind. We're going to do Scourge of Valkus. And what the rest, bottom in random order. Shift L, 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 L. We'll go ahead and shuffle it just in case. Scourge of Valkus enter the battlefield. Will hit something for 2 damage. Next turn. What do I want to do? We could do Cloth. We'll do Cloth. Cloth enters the battlefield. We shoot something for 3. We'll go to combat. 1, 2, 3. Making 15 mana in any combination of colors. It won't matter. We're going to look at the top 8 again. Gargantua seems like to be the one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. No, probably going to do this one. So Shift L. Shuffle. He will enter the battlefield, dealing 4 damage with Scourge of Valkus. And going after that, we have 15 mana, so I'll put you guys over here. 5 mana going to 10, and then we'll just do Tika to mess with people. Turn 7, usually the last turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Thrakis. Deal damage. Lightning Greaves on Thrakis, and then we swing. Pretty much. Restart. Play it again. Throw it back. You draw for turn. Crucible of the Spirit Dragon. Next turn, Plaza of Heroes, tap, add a counter, tap. Next turn, breeding pool, lose 2, dragon globe. Next turn, island, cast Thrakis. Next turn, Mossfire, Savage Ventmaw, swing with Thrakis. Next turn, swing out, get mana. End step, we'll pay a blue, cast our commander. Revealing top 8. And this is the slow one right here. No dragons? Wow, no dragons on that one. That's a whiff. Oof. Alright, next turn, turn 7. We have 2 protection things. I'm going to go ahead and just do this? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. And we'll do it like this. 5, 6, 7. We'll do you and Dragon Tempest. We'll do that and then Dragon Tempest dealing 4 damage to something. To any target, we'll do 4 damage to an opponent. Go to combat. Swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one dealing 5 damage. Shift L. We'll do another restart. Not a bad one. We'll do draw a card. Pathway. Turn 2. Mossfire. Dragonlord Servant. Next turn. Island. Lightning Greaves on Dragon Servant. Next turn. Island. 4 mana for... Oh, no, it's 3 mana. Yo. Dragon Tempest. Next turn, Stomping Ground, losing 2. Ancient Copper Dragon, dealing 1 damage to something. Has haste, go to combat, roll a d20. Isn't there an option? I thought there was. Hang on. Player. Here we go. Roll a d20. We got 2. We make 2 treasures. Token. Treasure. Treasure. Not bad. Next turn, cast Commander, saving 1 treasure. ETB, we deal 2 damage or something. Look at the top 8. You know what? Astral Dragon will enter the battlefield. On the Enter the Battlefield ability, we're going to make 2 copies that are the Astral Dragons, dealing... Oh man, we now have more Dragon Tempest triggers. Okay, so trigger. This one triggers first, dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, and then 5 damage again because they enter at the same time. So that's 10 damage, and then more copies. This goes absurd. No, this is 20 damage because they each also trigger each other. And then we have this one. We'll have 3 dragon triggers, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another 10 damage, so that's 30 damage. And then this one when it entered the battlefield, which was 3 damage. So Astral Dragon with this was 33 damage. We basically shot somebody in the face. And then we'll Lightning Greaves. And then we'll just attack. And you know what on the attack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll do Lazan and just burn somebody, because it doesn't matter. Because that's immediately 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragons. That's 18 damage. Dragon Tempest is a busted card, especially with Astral Dragon. Alright, this will be our last one. We drop return. Misty Rainforest. View library. We're going to go grab the Ketria Triome. Close. -1 life. Next turn. Mountain. We're starting off kind of slow. Next turn. Forest. Urza's Incubator choosing dragons. Next turn. Islands. 3, 4. Cast Miram. Next turn, Mountain, cast Commander, make non-legendary copy of our Commander. So we'll do the first one, the first trigger. And this is turn 5, by the way. We are turn 5ing, getting 2 triggers off of our one Commander, a non-legendary version of our Commander. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do Wrathful Red Dragon. Now, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we get a copy of Wrathful Red Dragon. And I get a dragon, so that's an orc. Can't do that. I guess I'll do Goldspan and start ramping out, and I get a copy of Goldspan. So L. There you go. And with 2 Goldspan, we're going to attack, making 2 treasures. There you go. And we'll swim with Miram too, because it doesn't matter. This is turn 5, by the way. This is essentially what this deck wants to do. Next turn, I'll do a Prismatic Vista. View library. I go get any land. We'll do Ancient Ziggurat. Close and shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 mana. We'll do here. We'll do this. Dragon Globe, which will then be 4 mana for Destruction Dragon. Enters, get copy. Destroy 2 non-creature permanents, which we'll do, including lands. So we could start blowing up lands if we really wanted to be mean, but no. We now go to... hang on, that's 4 mana. Here, we'll cut. We'll sack our treasures, and then we'll cast Ancient Copper, making a copy of it, because it doesn't matter. This is turn 6, by the way. This is what this deck does. It's just, oof. I am more happy, like, Miram was just busted. This one's worse, because this can get Miram and the other pieces out. So, yeah. We'll go to attack. We're going to pretty much just attack with everything, because it doesn't matter. There. Yeah, just a swing with everything. On the attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting Old Gnawbone. View library. Old Gnawbone. Close and shuffle. Old Gnawbone. We get copy of Old Gnawbone. On the second attack trigger, oh, there's Vent Maw. Thunderbreak Regent. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do Thunderbreak Regent because protect our stuff. There you go. And I guess we'll then do turn 7, even though it doesn't matter. Turn 7. Oh no, it's Dragon Tempest. That's not good. Here, 2 red mana, Dragon Tempest. And this is this is a just best of scenario going to turn 7. Pretty much blue, blue, green, that, and all of these have extra counters, but it doesn't matter. So catcher will be the only thing untapped. For carry in the battlefield, we get non-legendary copy. We'll go to attacks, doing all the stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting Corlessa. Get a copy of Corlessa. On the 2 copies in the battlefield, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 damage. And then, well, 1 18 damage and then 1 19 damage. Then we do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna do Lazuln because of the burn damage that our dragons can do. Shift. And then that's going to be 20 and 21 damage, so we're killing somebody. And yeah, this is Temur Dragons. Uranai is pretty busted. So yeah, sadly though, we did not do the World Gorger Dragon. So here, I'll show what it's supposed to do. So World Gorger Dragon, Miram, and our commander. So let's just say we got our commander out and we got Miram, and then we cast World Gorger Dragon. World Gorger Dragon and Miram. Essentially what's going to happen is we get a copy of World Gorger Dragon. What's going to happen is World Gorger Dragon is then going to well, here, this World Gorger Dragon, we're going to put his trigger on the stack, and then we'll do this World Gorger Dragon. So first on the stack, second on the stack. We resolve second on the stack first, exiling our token, that and that. First World Gorger Dragon trigger exiles this, and brings these 2 back. And brings original World Gorger Dragon back. On the ETB of her coming back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with these 3 on the battlefield, we're going to infinitely just oops out every dragon. So we're going to get like Volcus. And of course with Miram, we're going to get copies of it. So we'll have 2 Volcuses entering the battlefield, which will then shoot stuff for damage. And that's what this deck does. We're just going to infinitely flicker our commander with Miram and World Gorger. So yeah. Like, I have pet cards like Tika's Dragon when I could have put stuff like Heroic Intervention to make the deck even worse. You know, or counter spells or mana drain. There's a lot of stuff I could do to make the deck worse, but I kept it really high. Their deck has like 42 creatures. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all again later. Bye-bye.